Hi, I'm Andrew Lee. I'm an editor with Understood, and I'm also an attorney. With the coronavirus epidemic, schools are closing across the country, and kids are starting to learn at home. This is a really tough time for students, families, and for teachers. And an important question comes up. If a school closes and the school has students learn at home, what happens to the rights of kids with IEPs and 504 plans? Well, the law is pretty clear on this topic. Kids with IEPs and 504 plans, kids with disabilities, have the right to a free, appropriate public education. And if schools decide to teach kids at home, they still have a right to a free, appropriate public education. Now, coronavirus is a medical emergency. So some of how those services and things get delivered still need to be worked out, but the right remains the same. And schools have to have a plan in place, an overall plan in place for all kids about how they're going to learn at home. Many states are actually already putting these plans into place, but some are still developing them or a little bit behind. And that's going to vary based on where you live. Schools will also need to plan for how to make some of this online education, or what they say distance learning, accessible so that all kids can take advantage and all kids can access it. If you are at home and your child has been sent home to learn, there are three quick tips you can do right now to make sure that your child is prepared. And the first thing is you want to look to your school for their general communication for all kids about how they're going to do learning at home. You're going to also want to look to the school for their communication about specifically about kids with IEPs and 504 plans. It's important to make sure that you not only get the general plan for all kids, but for the IEP and 504 kids, that you also have that. And lastly, it's important to get on the calendar a meeting with the teachers, IEP or 504 plan team, so that you can kind of discuss how education is going to take place going forward. Now, keep in mind, we are in the midst of a national emergency, and so it's really important as you listen to this to be collaborative with your school, to understand that they may be trying their best and they're working their hardest to get those plans out to you. There's a lot more to say on this topic, and the U.S. Department of Education has actually put out specific guidance, very specific guidance, on special education and how it might take place outside of the home. If you want more information, you can visit the Department of Education's website, but you can also visit the article linked here, which is a frequently asked questions document that we developed with the National Center for Learning Disabilities. It'll give you some of the basics on the law, and it'll also have those links to those important resources. In the meantime, please stay safe, take care of yourself, and we'll get through this together.